Welcome everybody. My name is John App. I'm the co-founder of Source 2050, and welcome to the fifth episode of the Source 2050 Product Workshop Series. We are very excited today to have Brian Mika from Fakro. Fakro is an incredible company. Source 2050 has been very happy to have them on board. They make high performance skylights, roof windows, roof access ladders, right here in the United States, right in Chicago. And I think with tariffs and everything else going on and Made in America requirements, really exciting to know that you've got this. We've got this resource right here nearby. So we are going to. I'm going to hand it off to Kevin. Kevin's going to introduce Brian. Brian will have a presentation, and then at the end we're going to have some Q&A. If you've got questions as the presentation goes forward, please go ahead and put them in the chat. Shannon will be collecting them all and putting them in a queue at the end. If you feel like asking a question in person, you can put on your mic and go ahead and do that. Or we can ask the question on your behalf. But we will get to them all at the end. Certain, if there's anything critical, we don't mind this being conversational. If you really want a clarification during the presentation, you can also drop it in, then we'll try to get to it in the flow if it fits. Okay, without further ado, Kevin.
Great. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. I'm Kevin Brennan. I'm with Source 2050. I am proud to be the co-host of this workshop. We have Brian Minka from Fakro. Brian Minka has been with the company for 9 years. He's a technical expert and specializes in customer service based in the Chicago area. And he's happy to present here. So Brian, please share your screen and welcome to the presentation. I'm looking forward to learning more about your new product line in the high performance world and all of your existing products that help people make smarter design decisions. So thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for the introduction. Thanks to everyone who's joining us today. I'll just start out basically for anybody who's not familiar with Fakro, I'll just do kind of a brief introduction of the company. Fakro was founded in 1991 in Poland, which is where the headquarters and main production lines are. We're currently the second largest roof window and skylight manufacturer in the world, and we manufacture about 300 different products, including roof windows, skylights, attic ladders, accessories, range of different products. The whole Fakro group is comprised of more than 4,000 people. We have 11 production plants, 17 distribution companies, and our products can be found in over 50 countries around the world. That's kind of just a little picture here of our main headquarters with the manufacturing plants that we got. Those are located in Poland. And then today I'm going to focus on one of our newer models. They're called the Fakro PDX and PDS models. There are new thermo deck-mounted skylights. These are high-performance skylights that were designed for modern architectural applications, combining energy efficiency, aesthetics, and durability. We first introduced these products at the IBS show, International Builders Show, in 2025. So it's been a little bit over a year ago. So kind of not too long on the market. These skylights represent a new generation of daylighting technology. They feature triple pane glazing, which significantly improves insulation and energy performance compared to double pane units. The frameless infinity glass designs creates a sleek, modern look. Integrates well with contemporary architecture, maximizes glass surface. In terms of performance, they can deliver up to 3 times more daylight than vertical windows, which helps reduce the need for any artificial lighting, and they're highly versatile, which makes them suitable for residential, commercial applications, compatible with a variety of roof types. From an architectural standpoint, these skylights offer both aesthetic and functional advantages. Frameless glass design creates a clean, minimalist roof profile, aligns with modern design trends. Interior white PVC frame provides a neutral finished look that blends easily with most spaces. These skylights are particularly effective for low slope and contemporary roof designs, where maintaining a sleek appearance is very important. And here is a little table. We offer these in a few different standard sizes. We also do custom sizes where there is obviously limits to how big or how small the skylights can be built to. One of the most important aspects when designing these models was their energy and thermal performance. It makes them very well suited for passive house designs. They have a U factor of 0.29, which indicates strong insulation and reduced heat transfer. Most deck-mounted skylights have a U value of about 0.40 to 0.50. So with these models, we're able to deliver about 42% better thermal performance, which is good. It means lower heating and cooling costs, helps maintain more consistent indoor temperature throughout the year. Solar heat gain of 0.17 limits unwanted heat from sunlight, but still allowing natural light inside. Visible transmitting provides a good balance between brightness and efficiency, and they also have a good condensation rating of 67, whereas values that are 50 or more are good for cold climates. It reduces mold and any condensation. So all of these features kind of just work together, make it a more airtight, energy efficient building envelope, which makes it a good option for those passive house designs, where comfort, efficiency, and long-term energy savings are the primary goal. I do have cross section kind of on hand for everybody to take a look at, kind of like a closer look. Obviously, it's not the same as seeing it in person, but it's kind of the same thing as a screenshot there. And it does show the mounting brackets that we have on the side. Basically, like I said, go into the installation here on this slide. Construction of these skylights is designed to maximize both the durability and thermal efficiency. Frame uses a multi-chamber design filled with EPS insulation, which helps reduce heat transfer, eliminate thermal bridging.
Brian, I think you advanced the slide if you just want to go back.
I clicked on accident. Let me go back. Sorry about that.
Now we're seeing your desktop. Sorry.
Still sharing? Is it still sharing now?
We're seeing your desktop. Yeah.
There
All
we
right.
go.
So you're in the slides. Yep. Great.
Good. All righty. Let me go back to that.
And when you pick up your samples, Brian, we'll spotlight you for everyone so everybody can see
Okay. Sounds
what you're
good.
holding up. Yeah, thank you.
Of course. All righty. So back to that slide. Sorry about that. Yeah, the frame uses a multi-chamber design filled with EPS insulation, which helps reduce heat transfer, eliminate thermal bridging. The aluminum exterior provides added strength and weather resistance. And it's a very flexible installation. We can install these skylights on any roof pitches 0 to 60 degrees. So that works for a variety of different applications, including cathedral ceilings, sloped ceiling attic rooms, flat or low slope roofs. So they're good for anything, new construction or any retrofit projects. You can see if you guys want to zoom in or spotlight on it, but basically that'll kind of show you the mounting brackets that these are installed on. So, in the East Coast, a lot of roofers, for example, that I've worked with are very adamant on using curb mounted skylights. They say they're used to it. It makes it easier for them. So with this skylight, kind of like the curb mounted skylights, you're able to use it on a range of different roof pitches, but it takes away the need of having to build a curb out of 2x4s or 2x6s, sometimes even 2x10s. The curb that it comes with, it's basically that framing that's already insulated. And then you got the mounting brackets on the side here. So less work, just basically put the skylight on the roof deck, mount it with the screws that are provided, and then just have to waterproof accordingly, like you would with any curb mounted skylight.
Awesome. It's great to see the product can be applied in both flat roof and sloped roof conditions.
Yes, exactly. And that's really basically it for the presentation. I mean, in summary, the PDX and PDS models combine advanced energy performance, modern design, flexible installation options, which makes them a strong choice for projects that are prioritizing efficiency, comfort, and architectural aesthetics.
Great. Thank you.
Brian, if you could go back to the installation slide
Yes, sir.
and just kind of walk us through what typically do you see? You've got the mounting bracket. What's the treatment to the substrate, and then the flashing, and kind of step by step how you'd be installing this on a roof.
Basically, I mean, it's once you have that rough opening made out, you just place the skylight onto the roof deck. You screw the mounting brackets into the roof deck, and then you just have to use an ice and water guard to go up. You overlap onto the roof deck, up the framing, and then you do that with roofing material as well. That goes on top of that. That's the most important part, is basically just making sure that the skylight frame is waterproof correctly with the roof deck.
Great. Actually, I'll jump in. There's pull a question out of the queue. I had the same question. What is the height of the curb bracket? Is that standard?
Yes, it's about 3 inches. It's a little bit lower than when installing. So full height of the skylight from the roof deck, you'll see here. You can't probably see it here, but it's 6 inches. And then curb height, you got about 4.5.
And then, Brian, the PDS model, can you dive into how that differs from the PDX?
Yes, sorry about that. I should have mentioned. PDS is basically, it's the solar vented option of the PDX. So PDX is fixed, PDS is solar vented. It comes with a panel that is located on the very bottom of the frame that's connected. That panel basically charges the skylight in order to vent it open. It comes with a remote in order to operate it.
That's a great feature, because you don't have to run any electrical wiring in that zone. So it's all just a wireless remote, and it's powered by the solar option.
Solar panel, correct. Yeah. So basically, once you have it installed, there's an on and off switch. You turn it on, and the one full charge, you have about 200, maybe a little bit more, open and closed cycles.
That's great.
So even if you have days where there's not, any complete sunlight or anything like that, those dark days, just off of one charge, you get a full 200 cycles of opening and closing.
Yeah, that's a great feature to have, especially in those night cooling moments where you want to flush your house at night once the sun goes down. It's a nice passive way of ventilating a building without having to go through all the ability to open up all your windows. Just a click of a button, and you get venting at the top. It's a great feature.
Yeah, and say for example, if you have multiple skylights in one area, say it's in a kitchen, and you have 4 skylights that are installed next to each other, you don't have to go through and have each skylight on one separate remote. You can program all the skylights so that they open on that one remote, and you could program the skylights so that they all open at the same time and close at the same time. So that's also a nice feature.
Yeah, I could see these products having a variety of uses, especially in my market and the projects that I was working on. The brownstones, they do a lot of they add the addition onto the top floor. They're getting that extra space into their project, and having the ability for those skylights to be put in adds so much light in those spaces. Yeah. It really transforms those top floor projects.
Yeah, and we do offer internal accessories and external. So we have solar blinds that can be installed on the interior or on the exterior. So for any applications, during the summertime, you want to kind of block out that extra heat gain. You do have the option of adding blinds that have a little bit of transparency, or full blackout blinds. Say, for example, it's in a bedroom.
Yeah. And just to expand on the product line, right? You guys do attic hatches that are insulated as well, and knee wall doors.
Correct. Yes, yes, we do. We do attic ladders, knee wall doors. So yeah, we have one model that's actually one of it's the LWT model. It's called. That's also good for passive house designs. It's our super thermo attic ladder.
Great. And just from an anecdotal information is we have John was telling me that we had a project in Brooklyn Heights that needed the skylight. They clicked on the website at Source 2050. They chose the size that they need, and surprisingly, the product arrived in Brooklyn from Chicago within 7 days.
Yeah,
That's a quick turnaround. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. We
that's
stock a range of different models and sizes. Like I said, for all the, I mean, this is just one of the models that we offer PDX, and the PDS. These are kind of higher performance ones, but we do offer regular double pane units. We have our warehouse here in Chicago. It's a 40,000 square foot warehouse that we stock a range of different models and sizes here. Um, so yeah, lead time is pretty usually quick. Our team here is really good on processing orders very quickly, being very responsive. So
that's great. And my last question is custom sizes and different products. How do you guys handle those?
basically, those are hard to kind of just say how or yes if it's possible right away, just because for each model. There's limits to how big and how small they can be. So that's kind of analyzed through each project. Most obviously important part that we look at is the roof pitch that's in being installed on, which model exactly somebody's interested in, whether it's a fixed model, triple pane, double pane. So there's kind of a few questions that we have to go through first to find out and analyze whether it's going to be a size that we can make or not. Because for some models, we can make them larger than other models. For example, like for these two, PDX and PDS, we're able to make a little bit larger skylights than the PDS model because the PDS is vented, and it's a triple pane skylight. So obviously the sash is going to be very heavy. Some models you're going to have two motors in order to lift up that sash. So it's kind of a little process that we have to go through to analyze whether we can make a certain size or not.
That's
I would
great.
just add from Source 2050's perspective, what you the all of the whole product line, all the Fakro products come already stock in a really great variety of sizes,
Mm-hmm.
and we have them all available on Source 2050. You can go through and it's just drop down lists of length and width. They usually can get you pretty close to what you need, but and as Brian said, and we had this project in Brooklyn, and it was here within a week of ordering, which is amazing because I think a lot of people think of high performance fenestrations as a process that's going to be in weeks, if not months. To have it within a week is pretty incredible. And it's made in America, and it's right here. There's no tariffs, so it was really a great experience for us. But if you get into a situation where it is really massive opening that you're trying to do, or something that's outside of the stock ranges, then Facro will work with you to figure out if they can use one of their existing models and bring that out into a custom sizing for you.
Yeah.
But I would say before you, I think a lot of people go into this space assuming everything is going to be custom, and I
Yeah.
think it's a pleasant surprise to see the range of sizes that are available, not only in stock but in quick turnaround. So to encourage teams to first take a look at what's possible before kind of do away with the assumption that everything has to be custom and expensive and come from
Mhm.
overseas. Yeah.
Yeah. And for those instances, I mean, if I had a few projects where somebody does come across a very large opening, um, we try to work. We have a design team that basically we gather some information based on full opening length and width, the roof pitch, and kind of try to work out a design using standard skylights, um, putting a few next to each other, so that it's the most cost efficient option versus going custom. But obviously, if custom is needed, then that's also what we look into.
Great.
Brian,
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you want to unshare your screen, we could invite some folks to ask their questions live. We have a few questions from people.
Yes, of course.
Kevin, do you want to kick us off with Maya first?
Yeah, sure. Let me look here. Maya, do you have you can put on your camera and ask your question.
Not going to put them on the camera, but
No problem.
just the audio. Was wondering if there's a way to manually open them because you talked about opening them with the solar charge.
Yes.
But is there a way just to do it manually, like in an institutional building, if this was installed and accessible? Then I think it might be more convenient just to be able to manually open it
Yeah.
rather than track a remote.
I mean, it is possible, but it's not the most, I guess I would say, efficient way. It's not like a manual venting skylight that's, designed for that type of opening. There is a way to manually open it in case something were to go wrong and something needed to be replaced. For example, there's a screw in the bottom portion of the sash that basically releases the chain, and you're able to push the window open, but it doesn't work in the sense of being a manual venting skylight. Unfortunately, we don't offer these models that kind of option. There is, yeah, and there's also an open close button on the skylight frame too, so you don't need to look for the remote. If it is accessible, you can go up to the skylight frame and just press open and close on there.
Perfect.
Brian, am I wrong that that you do have the FV models that are manual?
Yeah, we do. We do have the FV models, and like I mentioned in the beginning of the slide, there's we offer about 300 different products. So I mean, we do also offer triple pane roof windows, which are very popular in Europe, and those are top hung or center pivot. Those are also triple pane. So in regards to performance, they're very similar to the PDX and PDS models, where you do, if it's something that you have access to, that would be also a good option, would be one of the roof windows.
Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I love your the product. I think it takes a skylight and turns it into almost like a balcony. It opens up and creates an opening where you can almost almost like a Juliet type of balcony.
Yeah.
I love that product.
Yeah, the telescoping railings are really cool. I've seen them on
Yeah.
the trade show floors a bunch of times. They are super attractive, and so is the accordion stair.
Oh yes, our scissor model. Those are probably our top two biggest eye catchers at those shows. Yeah.
Brian, I have a question for you about the accordion stair one. I know the models you were showing today, you mentioned it was a 60-degree opening. For the accordion stairs, are those a 90-degree opening?
For 60-degree opening, what are we talking about? Attic ladders?
Yeah.
No,
I was just
so that
wondering
one
about like
opens up.
the range of the opening, right? So I actually have a project right now I'm working on. We've got a skylight that they want to double as the access hatch for the roof. And I've encouraged them to separate those two functions and have the skylight be a skylight, have the roof access be almost, a doghouse or a penthouse instead. But I think we've only found one skylight that would open at 90 degrees and serve as both, but it's not passive house level of performance like a Fakro unit
Yeah,
is.
we do offer, it's the skylight hatch that's called our DRF. That one opens up 80 degrees, so it's not the full 90, but it opens 80 degrees.
Thank you.
And just because Shannon just mentioned passive, what is the status of the certification for the products? Do you have a certification from passive?
Yes, we have. I mean, in regards to passive, we don't have full passive house certification, but I'll go back. I know when we first released this, we were getting a few questions on basically the breakdown of the glazing and the frame to be separate, which is a lot of what people were looking for in regards to passive house. We don't have exactly the passive house certification for it just yet. I think that's something that we're going to be looking into.
But you have all the documentation. They've been used in passive house projects.
Yeah.
There's no problem there.
Right. We have NFRC testing for it. So
great. All right. Next question. Peter, my good friend Peter, how are you?
Hello there. This is a good topic. In my previous career as a roofer installer of skylight windows, my question is, how does the the leading edge of a inclined installation shed bulk water?
So basically the head, right?
Yep. How wide can a window be, and how does it get rid of water, and how do you flash against that?
Flash. Look into kind of. Well, the widest the window that we have standard wise, it's going to be the 44 and a quarter inches wide. Basically, in regards to. Can you repeat the question again for me?
How does the head portion of an inclined installation shed bulk water? So
Okay.
how do you flash and
So
how does it gather water? And
Yeah.
I'm looking at snow accumulation as well that sits in there and could possibly leak into the window.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't mention that, but basically for these skylights, we do offer flashing kits. We do offer a low profile flashing kit for any low profile roofing materials like shingles or EPDM, and then we have high profile flashing kits for metal roofs, standing seam. Um, so that's basically how, obviously still got to waterproof the frame with the roof deck, and then use one of the flashing kits. When using them on low slope roofs, like 0 to 14 degrees, we don't require you to use the flashing kit, but say anything 15 to 60 degrees, that's when we recommend using one of the flashing kits.
In the
Sorry, I should have
design,
mentioned that in there.
yep, that's good. Such as at a chimney, one puts a saddle or a hip behind the chimney. Is that a possibility in designing the area above the skylight to direct water to the edges of the skylight as opposed to sitting or collecting on the top of the head of the skylight?
Yeah, that's something I'd have to look into probably. That's not something I've dealt with yet.
So shape the window like a pentagon, like the shape of a basic house, gable house.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a point at the top as opposed to being perpendicular to the sides.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't be able to make it in a different shape. It'd have to be either square or rectangular.
Peter, feel free to take a look at the installation instructions. Shannon put them in the chat, and there's also an installation video. So
I have those indexed on my browser right now. I'll look later, but yeah. That's good.
I love your cautious roofer approach to this. I'm sure you've dealt with some inferior installs at your time.
Yeah, and thanks for thinking about snow.
Well, yeah, it's a live load. I mean, it should be able to get rid of the snow as well. But if it's on a 48 wide, that's a lot of snow to sit there and be blocked by it. So go ahead.
Right.
I'm just going to share my. This is the flashing kit that Brian mentioned available on Source with some great detail photos in here. And so the idea would be to build up above this.
Yeah.
Like a cricket. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Great. Okay.
Or you could even, flash almost like I've seen many times where people will do a diagonal diverter.
Yep.
To break the snow and send it in either direction, a little further up from the window.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if we want to call out Hastings if he's still on the call, but Hastings is from Oakley Windows and Doors, and he said he has 6 Fakro units in his house. So Hastings, if you're able to unmute and share your experience, I think if these make a window expert happy, because Hastings is very meticulous about window construction, and if he's happy with his Fakro units, I can't imagine a better endorsement. I don't see him unmuting though, so any other questions out there, please drop them in the chat. And
Hastings talking, yep.
Yep, we hear you.
All right, well, let's figure it out. Yeah, we have 6 skylights going on and 5 Fakro. Work here. They were a roof had a problem with installing.
Can't hear.
Made a little mistake on a small leak, easily fixed. They've been fine for the past 3 years, so no problem. Mobile is city.
Hastings, I'm sorry, we're getting a lot of heads going
Yeah,
back and forth.
very hard to hear.
The audio
to
is
hear.
not working out. I apologize. So feel free to type it into the chat and we'll share your comments. And it looks like we've got 2 of you. Wow, double Hastings. This is great. I think you need to unmute the other window. You're on twice. And that's okay. Maybe just drop it in the chat.
Yeah. If you can unmute that one there, Hastings, I
And
think
Brian,
that would
when
get us, yeah.
you sell a Fakro unit and we have, oh, I think we did get
better?
him. Yeah,
That is better. Yep.
Sorry. I'm beginning to hate Zoom.
Tell us. We had a little IT problems in the beginning. We know.
Yeah.
The struggle is real.
So yes, as I said,
Yeah, this is
that's me.
I think we need to mute the other one, and then you can go ahead. You turn the volume down on whatever other device is logged in, Hastings.
Well, I like it. Can I not try and sort it from out there? But I'm a ringing endorsement. No?
Yeah, go ahead.
Said, I'm fighting with technology. The short story is I'm bringing endorsement back up. I couldn't be happier with them, and I think we're right.
Great. Thank you very much, Hastings. It's always nice to have a firsthand account of the product.
Yeah.
Brian, I just had a quick question for you, if you don't mind, John.
Of course.
You go ahead.
When you make a sale and you've got a contractor installing these, do you get feedback from the contractors about the ease of installation or any tips or tricks, best practices?
Sometimes. It's very, very rare, though. I try to follow up with people most of the time, especially when I'm working directly with them, just because there is a lot of sales that go through, online portals where we, unless it's kind of a more complicated project, we don't really have that communication with customers back and forth, especially if they're just purchasing, one skylight, one flashing kit. But I personally, when I work with people directly, I try to, inform them a lot about the installation process beforehand. Try to give any kind of tips before purchasing the units so that they're kind of aware of stuff and not confused when they first get a new product. But after the fact, I try to follow up, and it's kind of hard. I think after somebody has finished the project, it's kind of like they just try to move on to the next one.
Of course.
But that's a good testament, because it doesn't sound like you have a lot of problems, issues.
Right.
So
Exactly.
happy customers equal happy customers, so.
Exactly. I'm sure if they were unhappy, I would definitely hear about it.
Yes.
I would say it's a credit to the ease of the installation, as well as the materials, the videos and resources. The installation goes pretty smoothly without requiring a lot of back and forth. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, and obviously, if it is a first time use and somebody's not understanding, something with the installation instructions, our customer service team here is awesome. We're very quick to respond, whether it's through phone or through email. So if anybody ever has any issues, we're right on top of it.
Great. Brian, if you don't mind, I thought I was going to share my screen again just to go over. We covered a few of the products on this, but I just wanted to show and just give you an opportunity to kind of talk over maybe just briefly some of the other products that are available from Fakro. The roof access hatch, I know, is something that's been really important for particularly like brownstones, townhouses with flat roofs, where you need a passive, tight access hatch. not necessarily a skylight, but I know that's been very popular. You can talk a little bit about those products.
Yeah, so if we're looking into the roof access skylight there, so we got two. We got a regular roof hatch, um, that's combined with one of our attic ladders, so it's a nice combination for somebody that is used to using, say, like a regular vertical ladder that they have to, constantly move back and forth, and then act to get that roof access. That roof access hatch and ladder it's a great option, great combination. Then if we look into the roof access skylight, that's basically one of our top products. It's got a great U value as well of 0.23. It's triple pane as well. So that's a great product for passive house designs. We don't have any passive house certifications for that either, but that
It's
one
definitely they've been used successfully in projects that have been certified. We've had a few come through us that went on and were certified.
Right, and we do have, like I said, with the PDX and PDS models, we do have NFRC testing and the labels for this product as well. We just don't have exact passive house certifications, but they do pass through.
I don't know if Michael is on the call, but I know he was a big fan of this knee access door, knee wall access door. Is he on or not?
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yeah. Maybe talk a little bit about that, Brian. I'll see if Michael's here.
Yeah, for those ones, we offer 3 different models for it. It's a DWK, which is just a regular insulated model. We have the DWT, which is a super insulated model, and the DWF 60, which is fire rated for 60 minutes. Those
all obviously airtight.
All obviously airtight. Yep. There's the doors are insulated with styrofoam on the inside, and in regards to the fire rated model, you have mineral wool inside for the fire rating. Along the perimeter of the frame inside, once the door is closed, there's a gasket. So once you close the door and lock it, that gasket expands to make sure that everything is airtight. With the regular insulated model, you got an R value of 5.2, whereas when you go into the DWT, the thermo insulated one, you got an R10 value. And they come with the handles, the trim kit. Only thing is they don't have like a key and lock if somebody's looking for something like that.
It's a great solution. As when I started my career, I worked in weatherization, and one of our common tasks was to insulate knee wall access doors. And it's a custom like a custom on-site solution where you're installing weather strips in a tight space and adding insulation on the back of the door. It's nice to see a well-designed product at that rate. So
yeah,
great.
That's nice. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so it's a great solution. All right. Any other products you'd like to?
Hey, did we cover everything else? We may have. I think we did the deck skylights and roof windows and the hatch. Okay.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I mean, we do have standard double pane skylights. Obviously in the world of skylights, our competitor, I'm not going to say their name, has been on the market a lot longer than we have. So a lot of people are more so used to their products. So we just kind of want to get our name out there, show people that there is a different option, educate people, and just let them know that, not to be scared to use a different product in regards to installation. It's the same thing. So sizing is the same way in regards to framing. Basically, we just have better thermal performance than our competitor, I would say.
And speaking of educated people, I see Michael Ingwe's here now. Mike, you want to talk about your experience with using Fakro's units?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. No. Hey, what's going on? First of all, how are you? No, great product. Good stuff. We I just came from a project this morning where the hatch is installed, which is super cool. So a lot of really good solutions. I think what I was surprised about, and I was kind of excited to have Fakro on, is just some of the units that are stocked locally too, or locally meaning US, I can get them quickly. I would say on the project I was just at, which is the one on 102nd, it was so nice just to be able to just easily get everything we needed, and we got them on time. It was just, I know it's such a, it seems like a low bar, but it's sometimes so difficult, especially with high performance products. You kind of wonder, like, why would everybody do it? So yeah, a lot of good solutions in one spot.
That's here. Yeah, for those roof hatch access skylight, we offer 5 standard sizes, which are pretty typical in regards to like the roof hatch standard sizes. But we do offer custom sizes for those as well.
Cool. Yeah, good stuff.
And Mike, your projects, you always design around light first. I've heard you say it before, and always there's almost always a skylight over your stair to highlight like the beauty of the stair. And Brian, when you showed your jump images and some of the best project images today, I try to think of what that room would look like without a skylight and how like boring it would be without a skylight. But they're absolutely dramatic and gorgeous. And now that we have these, readily available, easy to install, airtight, passive house level of performance skylights, I just really am excited to see how many designers are going to start to use these more so we can bring more natural light into the passive houses, into the centers. I just think it creates so much more interest and a great way to do some passive cooling too at night.
Yeah. Like I said, these models have only been on the market for a little bit over a year now. So that's why I kind of just wanted to talk about these a little bit today, just because in general, some people may not know about Fakro at all, but also about these new models that we're offering now. So I think, when it comes to the designing, I think these are perfect option for passive house designs.
And Brian, I've said a couple times that we had the project in the Heights where it was delivered within a week of ordering, which is just kind of spectacular. There's a question coming in the chat from Maya. You ship to North America as well, to Canada?
And we have a branch in Canada, typically? So we have a separate branch that's in Canada that would be able to handle that.
For Toronto.
Yes.
Great.
Do you know what the lead times are for that? That was Maya's question.
For those,
it's a big ask right now, but
lead times for them. You know what? Off the top of my head, I don't know whether they stock the new PDX and PDS models as well. That's something I would have to find out. I don't know off the top of my head about those, but they do have regular skylights. So
great, thanks. If you want to put your contact information back up, maybe Maya can shoot you an email.
Got my go to.
Fantastic. Okay, last call for questions in the chat.
It looks like Robert Hawes coming in too. We know Robert.
Yeah.
Welcome. Just in time for us to wrap the questions. So Robert Haw, if you've got a question, burning question for Brian from Fakro, please drop it in the chat. Just made it to last call. That's like when you walk in the bar at the end of the night before they close. Hi, Robert.
Hi. No question at this time.
Fantastic. One last thing that I think we covered. I just wanted to circle back on, Brian. The solar operation that's available on all the operational skylights. You can either do hardwired or solar or fixed.
For these models, for the PDX, for these high performance ones, we only offer the fixed or the solar powered options. For like regular deck mounted skylights, we do offer fixed manual vent, electric vent. The electric vent is more of a special order basis. We don't stock that one here anymore. And then solar for the regular deck mounted ones.
And you said that was full charge gives you 200 operations, so you can definitely get through some dark days with that. How long does it take to get the full charge? Is it in a full day of full sun you're up a full charge just for that day, or does it take more than that?
Yeah, and unpacking the skylight too, they're charged when you unpack the skylight already too. So taking it out, it's not like the skylight's dead and it's not going to work. Basically, once you take the skylight out and you install it, it'll already be charged.
Got it. But from fully depleted to recharged, is that a full day of sun for that? Yeah. So it's not. Yeah, that's great. So you really got some longevity there, assuming that you're not going to operate it more than 4 times a day or something, and you got 200 operations, from 1 day of charge. It's I think people get hesitant about trusting solar, but when with that disparity and how far the charge gets you and how little it takes to fully charge it, that gives you, I think, would give people a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, this has been fantastic. Unless there's any other questions, we could wrap up. We have set all the links in the chat for the Source 2050 Fakro page, where all these products are available with the standard sizes, and available to discuss any custom solutions that you're looking for any of these products. Thank you all for coming today. This is, as I said, our 5th episode of the Source 2050 product workshop. We are going to be pushing, I think I've said this at the end of the last few, but it's really going to happen now. We're going to be putting all of these videos up on the website soon, and make the whole archive available with tags so that you can find out when particular products were discussed, and it'll become kind of a resource for people that are interested in our products. Thank you, Shannon and Kevin, as always. Thank you, Brian, for joining us. Thank you all for making the time. Please info@Source 2050 if there's any questions that were not answered, or we could help with any projects that you're working on. We're available to you. Until next time. Thanks all very much.
Brian. Thank you, John.
Thanks, Brian. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.